10 GitHub issues, one prompt. I'm going to send it right now, walk you through what's happening, and come back when it's done. No babysitting, let's go. Hey, I'm Corey Lanu, and I build AI-powered developer workflows. So I've got 10 open issues in my Gopher AI repo, and instead of opening 10 terminals, creating 10 work trees, and babysitting 10 Claude sessions, I'm going to send one message to OpenClaw and let it handle everything. So here's the prompt. The prompt is, at OpenClaw, I added you to the Gopher Guides Gopher AI repo. Accept the invitation. Then I want you to work on every single issue in the Gopher AI repo and push a PR for each one. I want you to continually monitor each PR for failures, and Codex also reviews them. Anytime Codex has a comment, address and resolve it, and continue this until Codex is given the thumbs up for every PR and every PR is passing. Then notify me via Slack that you've completed your task. Don't stop until you are 100% done. All right, it is sent. That's it. I don't touch anything until I get the Slack notification. First batch is done. Here's a bunch of PRs that I already created. That is all 10 of them. So at this point, they're all green, and I'm going to wait for it to go ahead and address all the Codex reviews and continue from there. And once that's done, all I have to do is manually review them, which is what I do with all of my code, and approve them, and I'm done. So again, I didn't have to do any context switching. That's a huge difference. 10 PRs, all done for me, all using Claude just like I would do it, and I didn't have to manage any of the context switching. This is a huge workflow saver. So when people tell you they don't understand what the big deal is with OpenClaw and they don't understand why it's better than Claude or Codex, this is it. It's right here.